And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They were good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point. Tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Up the middle, it's Cook. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go. And quickly, they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bills first.
You'll let the computer tackle me.
Right there, on 4th and long. Now Allen. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Cook up the gut. Hard running at the 15. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Murray is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. They really need to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. He'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Latavius Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Hey, good game, bro. Played a good game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he gets a little more than he needed. 4 yards to pick up there on 4th and 2. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brought down by Gregory Rousseau. A 2-yard pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bills force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Pick made by Terrell Bernard, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Rolling to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here we go. 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, maybe 2. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Hurts will throw. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with.